So I read the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what the? Ow! Fuck, man.
Yeah, that cat's an asshole.
Fuck that. Fuck you, dude.
I mean, he's cool, but he's a kitten.
Well,
He
now
likes to
we got
play.
beef, and he's in our all up in my fucking my vines, bro.
I need to get like a squirt bottle.
Ow!
Yep.
Fucking go! Oh, sorry, dude.
He landed on a stuffed animal. He's cool.
Good. Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, boys.
Yeah.
Dude. So I was I went out to dinner with my boys from my apprenticeship class,
Yeah.
Dylan and Matt, and they say, I mean, they're kind of like still like stuck, like talk like they're in high school, kind of, right? And they're like
Yeah.
the same age as me, maybe like a couple years younger. And we went in and we're fucking stoned. We go in to go get tacos and shit, and then I got rice and beans, and then there's a family sitting behind us, and we're just all laughing and shit. And Dylan's like, "How's your rice and cock?"
Oh,
And I just fucking lost it. I thought it was so
Yeah.
funny, but I don't think the family did. And he's like, he's like, what? And I'm like, dude, you shouldn't have just said that. And he's like, oh.
Right.
So
Maturity is still a little down, a little low.
it's cool though.
It's almost like when I went to Chinese that one time. One more drink, pussy. I was telling people at work about that.
Pussy? Like, no,
Pretty
I
sure.
am not. Fuck
Pretty
off.
sure she said Pepsi, but it sounded like pussy.
She called me fucking pussy, and now I got beef with her.
One more drink, pussy.
I'm gonna go fucking drown her in that egg drop soup.
Fucking, you have to.
Bullshit, man.
I'm saying.
No, that was funny as fuck. That really was.
Yeah.
That was a good time. That was a really good time.
Oh man.
So, yeah. So we're gonna get this thing started, or?
Yeah, yeah. Epstein didn't kill himself. The moon landing. So the moon landing. We're discussing whether or not it was faked.
Should we do an intro? Should we make an intro so we don't have to do an intro?
I was actually thinking about that.
Uh,
I was gonna get on my little music program and see if I could come up with some like little theme music, like little 5-second theme music or something like that, 10 seconds.
I think that would be pretty dope. So like every time we don't have to introduce ourselves, right? So
Yeah,
I'm
like
not-
it'll say, it'll be us saying "The Stoner's Guide to the Galaxy."
A Stoner's Guide to the Galaxy.
And then I'm gonna try to edit it into like with the music and everything and put it together and yeah.
That'd be cool. I think that'd be super cool. I don't know though. I think it'd be a lot easier so we can just pick up and go.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I
that
feel
way.
like the starting is like the hardest part.
Yeah, trying to jump into it and stuff.
Yeah.
The Bears and the Eagles are about to play right now, so that's cool.
Oh, the fucking Bears, dude. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Yeah.
Fucking Bears.
Well,
This year wasn't really a great year for any of our sports, though. Really?
I don't know. The Saints are doing pretty decent.
The what?
The Saints. That's Louisiana, but
Oh, fuck the Saints. I don't even know what the Saints said. Football.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really follow sports. I like watching, like going to games and shit, but I don't really
Yeah.
follow them. I don't go to the bar and watch the shows and shit because it's
Right. I'll follow like the home teams, and there's a few other teams I'll follow, but I won't get into it. Like Super Bowl Sunday is not a national holiday, in my opinion. But most of the country views it that way.
what
Most of the country feels like it should be a national holiday.
what Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
There's this one dude at work dead convinced that if your team makes it to the Super Bowl and they win, you should not have to work the next day. Like, he is very convinced that is how it should be.
I could go for it. whatever.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but I will take advantage of it.
fuck yeah, fuck it, let's
As long
do
as
it.
it's paid, hell yeah.
So let's get into the moon landing.
So yeah,
Boys.
the moon landing.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. Now, I just want to start. So we had sent someone there in what year was it? 1960.
69.
1969.
See if I can find the day.
Who was president? JFK, or he was already shot, killed?
It was July 16th, 1969. And who was the president? I used to know all the presidents and stuff like that.
Well,
This was when I was in high school.
I think it's crazy that we sent someone up there all those years and we never sent anyone back since. Right?
Hang on. Let me find this president.
I don't have
thing.
any. I didn't do my research on this, but JC did. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna just go on my phone. real
Okay, so
quick.
it was Nixon and Lyndon B. Johnson, which I thought it was Nixon, but I wasn't completely sure. So
it
they were
was Nixon?
presidents at the time of the moon landing.
Fuck off, cat.
Yeah. So, from my understanding of it, we sent. Well, first, before we dive into it, what's your opinion before we get into this? Do you think it was fake?
I personally believe. I've heard so much. I want to believe it, but I think like the facts show that I shouldn't believe it. So I'm in the middle, but I'd say we are capable now. I don't know if we were capable then, and I'm not saying because maybe we did have a mission to the moon after that. It's just like no one knows.
Yeah.
But I don't think they sent it back then.
So,
What do you think, buddy?
before I did all research and stuff, I used to think that, first it's like, why would they even lie about something like that? That's weird. That's something odd to lie about. And everything that would go into lying about it. Like, if we lied about it, China and Russia, they were trying to go to the moon too. How come, why wouldn't they call us out? If we didn't really go to the moon and we didn't really stick our flag in the moon, wouldn't Russia and China and other countries call us out on that?
I believe I totally believe that, dude.
Like,
Well, and the thing is, like, I think we just were pulling their legs, and we were like, well, look what we can do, and you guys can't do.
yeah.
And I think, well, it didn't, because Russia launched Sputnik about
Yeah.
the same time, right?
Yeah, so it's like, why would we lie about it, and why would nobody else call us out on it? That was my big thing. And then I did some research. Before this, we had the idea for the podcast. I did research on it, and I'm like, damn, there's a lot of evidence that would prove that it was fake. And at that point, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it was fake. I don't know if it was real. I was watching Joe Rogan talk about it, and he's like, I wasn't there, and I don't have proof from being there or anything like that. So I can't say here or there. I don't know. I don't know if it was fake. I don't know if it was real. I could see both sides of it. Then I started doing research, for the podcast, and I don't know, I'm kind of back to the point to where I'm pretty sure that we did. I'm pretty sure we went to the moon. But a lot of it's really shady and doesn't even make sense. Like, one thing I was looking up, it's something I came across. We went to the moon, came back, and somehow NASA lost all of the information, all of the diagrams, all of the calculations, everything they had to make a spacecraft go to the moon. Somehow they lost all the technology, and somehow they lost all of the know-how to make a rocket that could go to the moon. And that's why we haven't been back since. How do you lose stuff like that?
You don't lose stuff like that.
See, that's weird. And I understand it's expensive to put all that together. But I mean, it's like, that could be a reason why we haven't gone back. But like I said, like,
I don't think like money's the issue. I don't, because NASA has
Yeah.
got plenty of money.
Yeah.
They got enough money to pay me if they wanted to.
Right. I'm pretty sure they're government funded and everything. They definitely have the money. Just how do you lose important documents and blueprints for that? I don't
Fucking
understand.
slacking, bud.
Fucking for real. Someone better have lost their job. I would have fired everybody.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, fuck you. You suck. Your only job was just to handle this simple document, and you fucking lost it.
Yeah.
You lost it? Are you serious? You're fired. Get out of here.
See, did they really lose it or did they sell it?
Oh, they probably sold it to Russia. Probably some like double agent.
Maybe.
I could believe it.
Yeah.
Conspiracies, dude. I could start these all day.
But I want to go over like a few of the things. Like, so one of the things people like to point out about the moon landing being fake, it's Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, and I think there's another guy. They say they couldn't see their shadows from where they were on the moon, where the sun was, and they said their shadows shouldn't have been looking the way they were looking. And looking into it, NVIDIA, they make graphic cards and stuff like that for computers and, for video games and like CGI movies and stuff like that. They recreated the moon landing and they played it for the lighting. And even going outside, like just studying how shadows work and the lights work. The way that the astronauts and the spaceship shadows were at and the flag, the shadows, everything works, right? Like if you actually pay attention to it, the shadows, the light reflecting off of different craters and stuff like that on the moon, like they don't stop to think about how light reflects off of stuff. That's the whole point of it. Like if you actually like dive into it and look it up and research it and study how light works, it makes sense that there are shadows on the moon.
Well, I don't know because I don't know how the shadows work on the moon.
Right. NVIDIA, they posted a video on YouTube explaining the whole thing too, and they posted a video showing how the light bounces off of everything and how it makes sense.
So, what about? So, what I'm curious is how do they come up with this? Is this like they got numbers? They do math. Well, this is where the moon's location is, and this is where this is sitting. So if the sun's right here and at this degree at this time of day, this is where the fucking shadow should be.
Yeah, pretty much. They calculate it all out and the distance and where the moon is and where the sun is at that specific time.
And you don't think they couldn't do that on the set in 1969?
See, there was I was watching these film experts talk about it too. I think I have that in my notes somewhere. One, they definitely did not have the special effect technology to pull that off back in '69. Special effects were not that good at all.
I can believe that. I can buy that.
And the way, if you look at a picture, let's say we have a light on in the middle of a field at nighttime. That light's gonna go, and then you're gonna see the light start to fade into blackness. With how massive the moon is, it does not do that. Like the light does not fade at all, as the way it would on like a film set.
Okay, so did you find any like math equations and shit?
I didn't dive into the actual equations itself. I'm fairly decent at math, but that would be something I would have to be taught so I can understand how to do the equation.
Right.
Like that would be a whole process in itself. I would have to relearn calculus and actually dive into it, and that would definitely have taken a long time to do.
All right, so
for me to like personally verify the numbers and stuff like that.
Well, I'm not saying like you had to personally verify them, but like, did you find like like how they wrote down like
Oh,
a picture where they
no.
wrote down
No, I didn't.
like numbers and shit.
Right,
Like,
I see what you mean. Like, see the equations they used and. No.
yeah,
No, I didn't come
their
across that.
measurements and shit like that. That's cool.
I didn't look into that. I didn't go in that deep.
That's cool. Well, my question is because I always heard the thing that Neil Armstrong does not like talking about
See,
going
yeah.
to space. Like he's
I've
seen some aliens.
I've seen interviews and stuff of him talking about space and how he doesn't like talking about what he saw up there. He never really says why. But I don't know, in a way I feel like that's a discussion, a different topic as to what, talking about what they found on the moon and what really happened up there.
So we don't want to talk about Neil Armstrong right now, or
We'll dive into that after. Let's talk about whether or not we even made it to the moon in the first place.
okay, all right, no, that's
And
cool.
then we'll talk about what he saw and why he does not. He even said he does not want to go back because of everything he saw up there.
I don't blame him. I don't like going on fucking airplanes, so I can't imagine going on a rocket.
Dude, I'm saying, and like, yeah, that must have been fucking terrifying going there. And
Strap
back.
me to the fucking rocket. I'm going to space, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking about that terrifies me, dude. Everything that can go wrong. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, especially in 1969, they're launching people up to space. They don't even know it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Fuck, they hit a couple test run on the rockets, but with dummies.
Yep.
And like they didn't even land on the moon. They didn't know how they're gonna land back on Earth.
Yeah.
And
That was the main thing, that they knew if they could get there, but the thing is, they had no idea how they would come back. They don't know if their plan would work at all. They had no way of testing that without actually sending somebody.
and now, just recently, they actually came out with a rocket that
Oh, yeah.
when it breaks off in the
Yeah.
atmosphere, that part goes back down, and they actually make it so. Or did they make an actual rocket that goes into space and comes out?
I think they made an actual rocket that more or less self-drives. Like it's a fucking Tesla rocket.
They came out with one that the part that breaks off, it's supposed to have like GPS coordinates, like to fly itself back,
Yeah.
which is really cool because now they're able to reuse it.
See, that I wish I would have done more research because thinking about it, I know Elon Musk has the SpaceX program where they're trying to come up with a rocket that can make it to the moon. They're trying to send people to Mars. That's what Elon Musk and SpaceX are trying to do.
So
Which I think that's fascinating all in itself.
they said there's by 2022 there's supposed to be a space vacation.
I think that was like back in 1985, saying that in 2015 we're gonna have flying cars, and I think it was like that.
No, you know what? It has something to do with Elon Musk. He's gonna try to make. Maybe it's not like. No, it's space hotel. It's like a fucking space hotel.
That's what he wants to do.
And he wants to do it within the next couple of years, which is fucking whack. It's gonna take a lot of time.
Like thinking about it, they haven't. I don't know. The only time that I know of we've sent people to the moon was in we had Apollo 13. I don't remember exactly how that panned out.
Hey, Trump did say a bunch of dumb shit, but I guess he was right about the Space Force. Right?
Oh, yeah.
He's making the Space Force. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I don't remember
Fucking
what
idiot.
happened to that. I remember that was one of his.
It's probably like one of those files they stick away. They don't want to let people know. Like, oh,
Right.
I just want you to know that this many trillions of dollars are going to go to Space Force, but that's all we're going to tell you. We're not going to tell you how we're training or like what kind of vehicles and shit we have for the Space Force.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, last I heard about the Space Force was when he first came into office, or he was trying during the campaign and stuff. I haven't heard anything about the Space Force after he was actually settled in office.
Well, maybe Elon Musk will make the first space force or the space security for his space hotel
Dude,
right by his space mansion.
honestly, if anyone can do it, like, I'd put my money on him and the SpaceX program.
Look, I would totally rep your cars if you gave me a car.
I'm saying that Tesla, if you guys want to sponsor this,
Go right ahead, buddy.
Stoner's Guide to the Galaxy.
Go for it, baby.
And
That's
I'm
it.
fascinated with their cars, dude.
And I'm stoned.
I mean, like, their cars are amazing. Everything that Tesla can do, like the newest model and stuff, it's crazy. But yeah, back to the moon landing.
Yeah. Anyways, so the craft, it was called the Apollo 11
Yeah.
rocket, or is it a rocket or?
It's space shuttle.
Anyways, so Apollo 11, it's a big hunk of machine, dude. Here we go. Well, it says, all right. So launch mass, is that like how much it's shooting out of its rockets? 56 pounds.
Maybe that might be how much the whole thing weighed at launch.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I feel like
launch
that would
mass.
be
Yeah,
a
launch
couple
mass was
tons.
100,756, and then landing mass is 10,873 pounds.
Yeah, because they
Holy
shut off.
smokes!
Yeah.
Whoa, what happened to like 90% of the spacecraft?
Well, when they get to a certain point, it breaks off.
How much does the fuel weigh?
I have no idea.
That's crazy. It's got to be a lot of weight and fuel too.
Yeah. But they have like these extra engines on it to help boost it up into space, help get it high enough. And then they break off so they're not too heavy weighing it down to make sure that it keeps going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I see. I'm trying to like. I'm looking at all the specs, and I just don't understand. I don't understand.
Me neither. Like I didn't research that much into it, and I was never taught that. And I'm not good at looking up specs, anyways, for like computers and stuff like that. I feel like that kind of plays into it.
So we were shooting rockets before the Apollo 11, right?
Yeah.
So we obviously we can get to space with rockets.
Yeah.
We can get to space in 1969. We're getting to space with rockets.
Yeah.
So I can believe we went to space.
Right.
I don't know if I can believe we landed on the moon still. And fucking returned home safely.
See that's the crazy thing. How
Trial and error, and this is their first trial, and there's no errors.
I mean, there definitely were, but there's the fact that they made it back alive. That's insane.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Neil Armstrong, I heard he was a good guy.
And Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, and there was one other person, I believe, or
Yeah. I don't know. He's not publicized, so I don't know his name. I know there's like 3 of them, but yeah, another thing that people that say it's fake, something they bring up is there's a picture of, I see it on Facebook a lot, but it's all over the internet. It's a picture of the bottom of their space boot and a picture of what their footprint looked on the moon, and it's completely different.
so. Now you're contesting what you said earlier, right?
About?
Because that sounds to me like we didn't land on the moon.
Well, yeah, that's something they like to point out.
Okay.
The thing for that is people don't stop to think they wear weighted boots and stuff like that. Gravity is way, way lower than it is here. So it's much easier for you to, more or less fall off the moon and float off of the moon. So they have to wear these weighted boots and these weighted clothes to keep them down. So of course the bottom of his boot's gonna look different because it's inside of a bigger boot, and they don't stop to realize that much. They don't stop to think about that part of it. Like it's easily overlooked and understandable. But yeah, they put their boots inside of these bigger, thicker, heavier boots. So yeah, of course it's gonna look different because if you think about it, it is different.
So they're not just hopping around up there. They're hopping around with cinder blocks on their feet.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But it
they're
definitely-
like hopping. They're getting hops, so they're getting like.
Yeah,
fucking-
that's how crazy the gravity is on the moon.
What if it was like that here? Could we just like swim through the air everywhere, wherever we needed to go? We're jetpacks and shit.
I imagine it would be like being in a pool or being in a lake and the water goes like a little bit over your chin. And like how you can just freely float around in the water and stuff, walk around like that. I imagine it's a lot like that.
They got those trips you can take up into the atmosphere super high up, and they drop down real fast and zero
Yeah,
gravity for 30
yeah.
seconds. That
Oh,
would be
dude,
whack.
yeah.
That'd be crazy.
I would love to do that.
Imagine after like 29 seconds and 30th second, boom, just fucking hit your head on the ground, die.
Well, I know they got these big giant airplanes that you float around in it. Like they do a series of twists and turns and stuff like that to simulate the zero gravity. And it lasts for like, I want to say 20, 30 minutes, something like that. It lasts for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah, I thought that's what you was talking about.
No, I didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool. Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's
like this.
crazy expensive, but it looks fun as fuck. Like the public's free to go do it if you have the money. They take you up in the plane and do a bunch of turns and stuff and twist and make it so you're like, it's like you're sitting in a space shuttle, like you're in space.
I'm always in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
But have we sent anyone back to the moon yet?
Not that I could think of. I didn't come across anything like that. But then again, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really research it until last night. Like I looked up stuff and researched it, but I didn't dive into it.
Dive on in.
I should have. I will next time for the next topic. But yeah, I don't know if we've actually successfully sent anybody else up there. The next thing the, so to say, naysayers say about the moon landing is how the flag was rippling in the wind in space.
There's no wind in space, I thought.
There's not.
Oh.
I seen there's a picture, and when I heard how they did that, it made complete sense. The flagpole, so they went into it knowing that this is gonna be like the photo op of the century, the photo opportunity of history, the first ever picture of anything on the moon. I mean, America knew that. They wanted it to look as majestic as possible. They wanted it to look like the flag was blowing in the air. Now, it's not Photoshop. It's the flagpole. It's more of a L-shaped to hold the flag up and make the flag look like it is waving in the air. Like they specifically made the flagpole and the flag to look like that. Like the whole thing was still. Like there was no wind at all or nothing.
So that ripple in there is just what they put it in there.
Yeah, it was a man-made mechanism that they made. That they brought. And like I said, it was like the straight pole, and then they had an extension come off of the pole to hold the flag up, make it look like it was standing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. And if you look at pictures of the moon, or of the flag on the moon, and look at the top of the flag, you can definitely notice how you can see how they did it. Like I never noticed it because it was never put in my mind to look for it. But if you look for it, it's obvious that it's there. Like that makes complete sense.
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
No, it does. It really does. Oh, that's cool. That kind of debunks that.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know, I still kind of feel like in hindsight, like how Joe Rogan said it, I wasn't there, so I don't know for sure. But there's a lot of evidence showing that it was not fake. That's kind of where I stand with it. That's all the research I really have for it, but
Well, I don't know, and I want to think that we did, but I truly just don't think we did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. And then other stuff that, I didn't look into, like Buzz Aldrin. And he's a big one. He does not like talking about when they went to the moon. He does not like saying what, they seen and what they experienced. Like, I'm wondering, what did he see up there to make him not want to go back and make him not.
Did he go to the dark side of the moon and see the alien military base?
That's what I'm wondering.
Now that's a little bit. That's where I'm standing right now.
Like,
if
what did
if
he see?
if he was up there, he would have saw that and he would have told us. If he was
Yeah.
a good fucking astronaut, good person. I'm just kidding, buddy. You're a great guy.
Wow. Yeah, no, he what I don't know. I just that's what gets me. Like, what? That's another thing that makes me believe we went up there, because this dude was so traumatized by what he's seen. So it's, I mean, I'm guessing the whole situation was, traumatizing. Going to the moon, not knowing if you're gonna make it back. In your head, you're probably thinking, "There's no way we're gonna land this without dying." So I imagine that whole thing was traumatic.
Coming through the atmosphere at 1,000 miles an hour, or however
Yeah.
fast it comes in, you're
Spaceship,
a fireball.
Yeah,
You're like a
literally
plasma
fireball.
ball almost. So fucking hot.
Yeah.
Not really, but that's still
Well, yes and no.
it's fucking it's insane. And
Yeah.
not and like hoping you don't burn up in it, hoping you don't drown.
Yeah. So
When you
it
get out.
100% makes sense why he would have been traumatized.
And
But at the same time, like, I wish, I had a better computer, so I could like pull it up and engineer it into this podcast as we're doing it. There's audio recordings of them talking about seeing something on the moon, like transmissions from the moon to NASA about what they seen, and they were like, they cut some of it out to where the public couldn't hear it, but they were scared. They seen something, they got scared.
Houston, there's a bogey.
Like Houston, I'm pretty sure I fought this dude in Halo 2. But it's, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of shady shit, and the government definitely lies to us about a lot of stuff every day.
Oh, they don't tell us anything. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, no,
So yeah,
they don't tell us anything. They're constantly lying to us.
yeah. So it definitely wouldn't be a surprise if they lied about this. But at the same time, I don't know. There's a lot of evidence, to me, proving that it did happen. But again, being contradictive about it, I don't know for sure. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more to the story
Oh yeah.
than we know.
Oh,
True or false. But there's some more out there.
There's a whole lot to the situation. Meanwhile, there's Ben, 3 years old, just over there having the time of his life.
Having a good old time.
the simpler days.
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, it makes me wonder, like, how have we not, even when that was, 50 years ago, how did we not come up with the technology to go back yet?
How did we lose it? And, like, lose it for 50 years now?
Yeah, well, it was under 50 years because we've tried since, like, the Apollo 13, and there's been other attempts, but I don't know. I feel like even if you lost all that information, how have we not found a way to get it back yet? Like, how have we not came up with new information to get back there yet?
Apollo 13 is the one that blew up?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's a fucking tragedy.
Yeah, I think it was, like, live on the news and stuff, and which every time they launch anything into space, they do it live on TV. And that was insane. Like, blew up. A lot of people died. Well, everyone on the ship died and stuff. And that was, like, live on TV.
Fuck, it smells like rocket fuel and barbecue.
Well, shit.
No, that's a bad joke.
Yeah. Oh, well. 50 years ago, they can get over it.
Anyways.
Like, when people get mad when we make a joke about Tupac. Like, bro, come on. Or, like, 9/11.
Come
like,
on.
it's too soon.
We know that Tupac isn't even fucking dead.
Yeah. Or like 9/11, bro. It was a tragedy, but at some point we got to move on. That was it, dude. This is crazy to think about. In 2 years, that would have been 20 years ago.
That's a long time. I was in 2nd grade when that happened.
Forget what grade I was in, but I do remember we were late to school, and we all woke up late. It was just one of those days, and then we got to school, and the receptionist or whatever, they're like, "How come you guys are late? What happened?" And then my mom, quick thinking, "Oh, look at the news." And they put up the news on the computer, and they seen the terrorist attacks and stuff. Like, my mom straight up blamed us oversleeping on 9/11. Like, and, they believed it. They let us use it as an excuse.
There were some kids they let out of school.
Yeah.
I don't remember getting released from school, but I remember us going on, like, a really long recess that day.
It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was people schools that were in quote unquote possible danger areas, like big cities and stuff like that. Like, I'm pretty sure New York, they got out of school because, of course, it happened in New York. DC, I'm pretty sure they got out of school so they could be home and safe just in case. It's places like that the government felt might have been a hot spot, or that the schools felt they might have been a hot spot. But yeah, I just thought it was great because, the whole terrorist attacks, the plane crashing and all that didn't happen until like 9:30 in the morning, and we were supposed to be at school at like 7:30, but they still let us use that as an excuse. They're like, holy shit, oh no. That's crazy. I'm surprised you guys even came in after that. It's like, bro, I live in Illinois. Like, that didn't even affect us. And that happened like 2 hours after I was supposed to be here. I was already late. There's no reason why that should have been excused. And there's no reason. I mean, that's terrible. My mom should have never tried to use that as an excuse. Like, that was, that was a huge terrorist attack. A lot of people died. Mom's like, you know what? I can use this.
Oh, dude, your cat's giving me sneezes.
Oh, just punch it, dude.
I just elbow drop the cat.
Yeah. No, just sneeze on the cat.
Oh.
That's what he gets. No, that's what we do instead. He's making you sneeze, so I mean, eye for an eye. He makes you sick. You make him sick.
Yeah. All right, dude. I'm gonna take a little pause, quick break right here.
Alright, a potty break. We'll just call it.
Oh, I just hit myself in the face with my headphones.
And it was pretty amazing.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, yeah.
This is it. You
Yeah.
guys, who wants a fucking cat?
I have to deal with it every day,
Can we make it an outside cat?
every night. Man, I wish. No, I don't, because then it'll be more fleas and shit like that.
If it was like a Garfield and like lasagna and was cool, I'd be cool with it. But it's
See, that's why I prefer cats over kittens. Cats don't usually care to play, and they usually just chill and just kind of lay there. Occasionally knock something off the table because they're fucking pricks. But kittens play too fucking much, dude. I'm too old to be playing like that.
you know what? The problem is I probably need a beer. I haven't had a drink since last night.
I mean, yeah, maybe, because I haven't drank with the cat around yet.
I can't be drinking. It's Sunday afternoon. I gotta go home tonight.
I got work tomorrow, and
Yeah, I work all week in downtown.
so they got you working close to home this week.
No, downtown Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm working
Yeah,
downtown at
yeah.
this retirement home. It's all right. It's easy peasy work. It's just old people. They're old Polish people.
Back in my day.
Oh well, fuck! You can't even understand what they're saying. And most of them don't speak English. But- But like, they know you got to come in and do work.
yeah,
But it's just a pain. It's easy work. It's a pain in the ass to go into the units. They got to paint a kitchen and a bathroom, and then they built a stack. It's just like a little like 2x2
yeah.
wall that comes out. So I got to paint that. But these people, they're just so fucking anal.
Right.
And it's like, well, listen here, fucking Betty. Like
Beatrice.
if you moved your shit, I wouldn't be getting fucking dust all over it.
Right.
Now,
Fucking
would you?
Gertrude and her fucking teeth.
Like I know you might be fucking 90 years old and you can't lift up this 100-pound dresser. But why don't you call somebody and have someone come over and do it? 'Cause I don't
Yeah.
want to fucking do it. And guess who has to fucking do it? I gotta fucking move it.
Not your job. But you gotta
Not
do it
my.
anyway.
I'm a fucking painter, not a laborer
You're a painter, not a mover.
or a furniture mover.
Yeah.
They pay me the big bucks to paint.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
And that drive too.
And then I'm only working 6-hour days.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I got to get there. Oh, so I leave. I'm up at 4. I'm out the door at 4:30. I'm at the parking lot 5:30, but we can't start till 8. And
Damn.
the parking lot's only half block away. It's not a far walk at all. It takes me if I have to cross one street, and if I hit that while there's like a red light so I can walk across, it takes me like a minute
Yeah.
to get there.
Damn.
So fucking.
Fuck that.
And then I'm out at 2. We're doing some empty units. We might be able to start at 7, so I might get a 7-hour day in,
Right.
which still sucks.
Oh yeah.
And parking's not that much. It's like $15. But like going in there, it only takes like 55 minutes. But on the way home, takes an hour and a half plus.
Yeah. Because of the time of day and shit.
Yeah, and we could
Rush hour.
work 10s there, because they're working 10s. But then I'm not getting out of there till 6 o'clock, and I'm gonna be stuck in 2 hours of traffic.
Yeah.
And then by the time I get home, it's gonna be fucking 8 o'clock, and I'd be getting ready to go to bed.
Man, I remember doing shit like that when I was on third shift, working 12-hour shifts, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days. Coming home at 7 in the morning, working 7 at night to 7 in the morning. Coming home, staying up with Ben because Ashley had to work. And then getting like an hour nap throughout the day if I'm lucky when Ben decides to nap. Ashley gets home, I go straight to work. That shit sucked ass, dude. I did that for like 3-4 months straight. That shit sucked.
I've never worked a third shift position. I've worked second shift. Second shift.
See, third shift isn't bad. Second shift works a lot better for me now.
I guess when I was a manager at Burger King, I had to train on overnights.
Oh wow.
So I worked like 3 overnights, but yeah, fuck that. Fuck overnights. I like working mornings. And if I hate waking up, but I like working 6 to 2 because I'm home by 3 o'clock. And I can fuck off for 5 hours till I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. See, I don't know, when I was single and before we had been, third shift was okay with me because, you know, I could, after I get off work, I could do whatever I need to do for the day. Go home, hang out for a little bit, still get some sleep, and, you know. But I don't know, after Ben, second shift just works a lot better for me. And in his preschool, he's in the afternoon classes too, so it's not like we have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn every day for school. And within a few years,
Ashley, she still gotta wake up to go to fucking work at 4 in the fucking morning.
oh, she does, but I don't.
Out your fucking mind. Holy fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've had to go into work at 4 a couple times. And, I was not happy about that.
Yeah. I did that a couple times. The first time I worked up at where I'm working at, I worked there a couple times. You know, when we were like pretty much roommating together.
Yeah.
Sometimes I had to get up at 2 in the morning to go do, you know, a 12-hour shift, work 3 to 3 up there. Because third shift was shorthanded and I was on first.
Yeah. That fuck that place. Oh, you like that place.
It has its days.
You like that place. That's alright.
First shift was alright. Third shift was ridiculous, but I don't know. The people were cool. I didn't agree with. I'm not saying names, but like, yeah. There's some people I didn't agree with. So I went to a different shift. I went to second shift. I've been liking second shift a lot better. It definitely has its days. Some days I get so busy I don't even get to take my lunch break or nothing. But it's whatever. It's just a day. So the way I try and look at it, you have a crummy day, but tomorrow's a new start. I try to stay by that, you know.
Yeah, no, you gotta have a positive. You gotta have a positive attitude going in every day, or your day's gonna be shitty. Take that advice. That's my first tip of advice ever on this podcast. Go in every day with a positive attitude.
Just because I had a bad day yesterday, don't mean tomorrow has to be a bad day.
Yeah.
And just something else my dad used to say. Something he told me once, and it just really stuck with me. One of the few times I actually got to see him. He's like, every day when I wake up, I put my right shoe on first. That way I start out every day on the right foot. And it's silly, but at the same time, I don't know, it just stuck with me. I really like it. So now when I put my shoes on, it's always the right one first. When I put Ben's shoe on, I put his right shoe on first. That way we're starting out on the right foot.
On the right beats.
Yeah.
All right. So are we gonna end this, or
Yeah.
should we end it and just keep talking? Keep recording while we talk, or just so
I mean, we're definitely done with the topic at hand, the moon landing.
Watch out, buddy.
Watch out, Ben. Don't touch. Ben is my 3-year-old son. He's getting in on it.
Yeah, he's all about this.
That really fucks me up. I hate that I do this.
Huh.
I'll just be like in a grocery store or something, walking along, and I'll see an old lady, and I'll be like, huh. I wonder how much dick she's taken in her life.
I wonder how many hot dogs she can shove in her vag right now.
Like, I bet.
How many brats can fit in there? How many can you put down your throat?
Right.
You just go up there and ask her, be like, hey, like, I'm just curious. You think you can fucking fit this whole 1 foot piece of sausage in?
Like, I don't know, man. You used to be a freak back 56 years ago when you were young. You gotta say it like that, too.
Like, so you were a hippie. Did you make out with the other chicks, Grandma?
Grandma.
She's so old, she could probably be my great grandma.
I'm saying, dude, she's so old she could probably squirt dust.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fucking squirting dust.
Hell yeah.
Fucking titties. Oh, titty, titty, titties. Alright, so I'm getting hungry here.
Yeah, 1:10. The wife should be home pretty soon, too.
Yeah, so we'll have to figure something out.
Yeah.
For some food, motherfucker. Food, motherfucker.
We'll go ahead and wrap this up and, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it, dude. We'll have to,
If anyone in the comments has suggestions for future episodes, let us know.
oh yeah, for sure. And, like us, subscribe to us, follow us.
Yeah.
Just
Share
don't try to
us.
be us.
I don't care, man, as long as they listen.
At least somebody's listening.
Just need someone to listen to me. I'm lonely. All I have is a 3-year-old.
Alright, so that was Stoner's Guide to the Galaxy first podcast.
Yep.
Fucking titties, boys.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
titties. Right on. This is super cool. Well, thanks for listening. We'll have more some more for you guys next week. And fucking just keep it real, boys.